I'm unbeatable, I'm unbeatable, I'm unbeatable.
Couple minutes on the score. Every time they wanna clash, the winners kicking through the door. I am unbeatable. Chances running out of stop, and we're running out the clock. I fail once, never stop. I am unbeatable. I am unbeatable. I am unbeatable, yeah. I am unbeatable. I am unbeatable, yeah. I am unbeatable. I am unbeatable, yeah. I am unbeatable.
Welcome to the British Basketball League YouTube channel, and there are just a handful of games remaining in the regular season before those playoffs, and every result counts. As second place Cheshire welcome 8th place Surrey this afternoon, there'll be one eye on the sweep. The Phoenix are 3-0 against the Scorchers. Surrey are 5-5 in their last 10, and Cheshire will be looking to bounce back after a Bristol horror show last week. Calling this matchup is Joel Osborne, and he's alongside former Brixton top cat, Kyler Nelson.
Thanks to hear. Yes, hello, welcome to Saturday Night Hoops in the British Basketball League as the Cheshire Phoenix take on the Surrey Scorchers live from the Cheshire Oaks Arena at Ellesmere Port. Very warm welcome to you at home. Joel Osborne alongside Kyler Nelson to talk you through this one. And Kyler, these are two teams, they're the best three-point shooting teams in the league, both vying for those all-important playoff seedings.
Yeah, number 1 and number 2 on three-point makes and attempts. And a lot of it's in transition through the scramble defense, trying to get open threes. I think today's more about efficiency with those three-point shooting. Every time these teams lose, they drop their three-point percentage by 7%, which shows how important it is for both teams. And if they miss, it's about the battle of the boards, who crashes harder.
Well, let's take you to tonight's starting five, starting with the home team, Cheshire Phoenix. And no changes to the five that fell to Bristol last weekend. LaQuincy Riddo, Maceo Jack, Aaron Wright, Skylar White and Ethan Chagwa. Cam Christen's on the bench and set for a return from injury into tonight's game. Here's a look at the starting five for Surrey Scorchers, and Cam Gooden alongside Josh Steele in the backcourt, Padilla Wang, Abdul Mohammed and Saquon Jameson. Justin Robinson remains out for coach Lloyd Gardner's side. Well, Kyler, here's a look at some ones to watch coming into tonight's game, and LaQuincy Riddo has been one of the best players in the league this season.
He has. He's just surpassed 200 league assists. Number 1 in the league and number 1 in steals per game too. Shows he plays on both ends of the floor. His best game this season was against Surrey with 27 points, 12 rebounds, 7 steals in October, so it'll be a fun one to watch.
At the other end of the court, Abdul Mohammed, he's coming in off a huge game against the Caledonia Gladiators last time out.
He is. 22 points, 8 rebounds, 2 steals in 30 minutes play. Just shows he's starting to step up for this Surrey team at the right time towards the end of this regular season.
Well, we are all set for tip-off between Cheshire Phoenix and the Surrey Scorchers. Both teams looking to bounce back to winning ways, and tip-off is coming up next. Welcome back to Saturday Night Hoops in the British Basketball League, live from Ellesmere Port. It's Cheshire taking on the Surrey Scorchers. And Kyla, of course, we mentioned at the top of the show, both of these teams are fighting for those all-important playoff seedings. Different ends of the standings, though. Cheshire are looking to hold off Caledonia in that battle for second place. Meanwhile, the Scorchers are looking to fight with the Bristol Flyers for that spot in 7th. It should be an exciting matchup tonight. Of course, you know, the 8 teams are all laid out, ready to go. It's just who finishes where now.
Yeah, exactly. And the Surrey team want this win to get closer to Bristol. They're one more win away from tying with them, and that means they have a chance of avoiding London Lions in the first round. But this could be a first-round matchup if Surrey continue to win.
The opening tip is won by the Surrey Scorchers. Here's Padilla Wang. Takes a screen from Jameson. Nice pass to him at the elbow. Kicks it out to Josh Steele. Corner 3 ball on the way, and he knocks it down.
Hey, I love the confidence. I love just catch and shoot it. That's what he does for this team, and we talk about it. If Surrey can light it up early from the 3, this is going to be a great game for them.
Well, that is a great sign for coach Lloyd Gardner as Surrey knocked down the 3 on the opening possession. Skylar White, extra pass to Maceo Jack in the corner, and he responds with a 3 at the other end.
In the exact same corner, both from the right side corner to start this game. Good ball movement. I like that by Cheshire.
Of course, we mentioned at the top of the program, these are the #1 and #2 3-point shooting teams in the league this season as Steele comes off the screen, no good from the elbow. Aaron Rye looking to push the other way, going downhill, gets it to go for 2.
And he's going to be an issue tonight. He has mismatches all over the floor with whoever guards him, and he's just shown that with the push and transition.
Saquon Jameson will try one from deep. His triple is off. Rizzo now the other way. Guarded by Mohammed. Cheshire looking to just slow things down here on the offensive end. Oh, and it's stolen away by Jameson. Wang now going coast to coast. Padilla Wang off the glass and in.
Tempo is everything right now. Great job by Wang, getting the body and forcing Aaron Wright to shift back so he could finish easily off the glass.
Skylar White has the green light, no good that time. And Jameson with the board.
Yeah, Cheshire need to move the ball and get those 3s later on, I think.
Another 3 ball drops, this time for Abdul Mohammed.
Yeah, he's been shooting the ball really well. He's 4 for 9 last game. This season, though, he's only been averaging 28% from the 3, but when it matters and it counts towards the end of the season, hey, it's good.
22 points, 8 rebounds in his last game against the Caledonia Gladiators. Here's Aaron Rye looking to go the other way. Gets the shooter's roll off the nice Euro step finish.
Yeah, Surrey gave up 60 points in the paint versus Caledonia last game. They have to be able to control inside of there, especially when Aaron Rye's coming down the floor.
Padilla Wang coming off the screen, all the way to the hole. Nice finish.
Really nice finish, shows us his athletic ability right there. He seems to be really comfortable today. Didn't have a great game last game, only 2 points, and he knows he has to score for this Surrey team to be successful.
We did have 14 points in the last meeting between these 2 teams. Certainly one of the most athletic players in the British Basketball League this season, as Cheshire end up turning it over again.
Cheshire just need to control their tempo in the half court a little bit more. Trust the offenses they're running. They don't need to force anything against Surrey. They'll find open looks and advantages as they go through their offense.
Wang. Guarded by Maceo Jack, top to Jameson. Extra pass to Steele in the corner. Mohammed again for 3. Another 3 ball drops for Abdul Mohammed.
He just looks so confident out there. No hesitation. He understands he has to score for this team to be successful, and he's doing it really well recently.
Jaguar to the basket, gets it to go, count it, and the foul. And Ethan Jaguar will cut the line for a bonus.
Yeah, this Cheshire team have a lot of stars, and sometimes you forget about Jaguar as he's a beast going down the floor. A great slasher, really strong, really good at finishing, as you see there. And he's kind of one of those guys that does it under the radar. He averages 11 points a game, and he's huge for this team to be successful in the long run throughout the playoffs.
He's one of those players as well for this Cheshire team. You know, when he plays well, that's usually when Cheshire Phoenix pick up the win. And, you know, you look at his stat line from last week against Bristol, he had just 2 points in that game. Here's Paddy at Wang at the other end. Finds Jameson, top of the three-point line. Here's Steele now. Steele looking to go baseline, guarded by Rai. Shot clock down to 6. Wang has to go to work. Strong move, can't get the finish, but an offensive rebound for the Surrey Scorchers. And it will be a shot clock violation. The ball didn't touch the rim, or did the ball touch the rim? I think the officials just want to discuss. It is going to be a 24-second violation, and the ball will go back to Cheshire.
A bit out of control by Wang there. I don't think it did hit the rim. I think it just hit the backboard. I think Josh Steele needs to catch and shoot that first shot on the left wing corner area. He hit one already, as you see there. Yeah, it didn't hit the rim at all. Really out of control. But I think Surrey need to take their first greatest look, because they don't know if they're going to get another one against Cheshire in that possession.
Especially right now. I mean, they're 3 for 4 as a team from downtown. They've had a really hot start from deep. So, when you get those open looks, it's important to keep the offense flowing.
Absolutely.
Here's Skylar White now for Cheshire. Rideau takes a screen from Chagwa. Rideau going downhill. Nice pass into Skylar White, but he blows the layup. And Josh Steele can push the other way. Nice pass inside, and it's going to be a foul called on Skylar White, which will send Saquon Jameson to the line to shoot 2.
Yeah, seen 2 good possessions with guards being able to find their bigs in movement. 2 layups that both players would have liked to have back. Look at that. Fake one-way, slice through inside, and got the foul for Jameson on the line for 2.
Well, Saquon Jameson is his second spell with the Surrey Scorchers. He did previously play with them during the 21-22 season. He has quickly become a fan favourite with the fans down at Surrey Sports Park. It's one of the best rebounders in the league this season.
Yep, number 2 in the league for rebounding, number 3 for offensive, and number 2 for defensive rebounds. And that's huge for Surrey, who shoot a lot of threes.
That could be the difference maker in this one. Which team can win that rebound battle as this game rolls on? Hadiat Wang, a wide open 3 from the corner, and he knocks it down.
Whose turn is next for the Surrey team in the first quarter? Great job of just moving the ball around the perimeter and finding a great shot by Wang. My apologies.
Oh, they've fallen asleep on the defensive end as Chagwa gets it to go inside.
Yeah, I think Chagwa has a good mismatch inside tonight, and they'll be going to him a lot.
Wang top to Mohammed. Josh Steele looking to go backdoor. Mohammed, why not? Comes up short that time, and the rebound's chased down by Rideau. Here's Rai, coast to coast, kicks out to Jack. Jack for 3, Jack knocks it down.
That's what Cheshire do best, push the ball in transition and splash it from the three-point line.
Timeout called on the floor. We got more action after the break. Welcome back to Ellesmere Port, where it's a 2-point game in favour of the visiting Surrey Scorchers. And Kyla, as expected, this one's been a 3-point shootout so far.
Yeah, we called it. High pace, you can see these players are looking for each other on a three-point line, and high rate right now.
Yeah, both teams shooting the ball especially well to start this game, but the key, I think, will be as this game rolls on, when the shooting dries up, is what is both teams' plan B is going to be.
Yeah, and what shots are you going to be okay with taking, or are you going to try and execute a little bit more down the stretch?
Here's Andrew Lawrence into the game, top to Saquon Jameson. Wang, top of the three-point line, step back, finds Lawrence, he drives inside. Another three ball on the way for Josh Steele. Ball rolls around the rim, couldn't get the drop. And here comes LaQuincy Rizzo the other way. Right, takes a screen from Skylar White, back top to Rizzo. Rizzo around the back, Chagua from deep. It's going to be a foul called on the three-point jumper. And that's the one thing you say, you know, as a coach to young players, is never foul a three-point shooter. And it will send Ethan Chagua to the line for three. You can see it here on the replay. That landing space foul is something that the officials have been particularly clamping down on this season.
Yeah, and you can see, I think he even caught him on the face. But with Chagua only 29% from the three, you don't need to close out that hard. But that's a great job again by Rideau. Number one in assists. He attacked the drop coverage of the big, which meant he was Jameson stepped back, which meant Chagua had that space from the three-point line to shoot it, and the recovery was just too hard.
Chagua 0 for 2 on his first 3 free throw attempts. We'll have one more though. Chance for him to make it a one-point game. Thought about it and got the drop in the end. And Cheshire Phoenix back to within touching distance. Here's Lawrence. Finds Wang, nowhere to go, but into the hands of Jameson. Teo into the game, fires up a three. And the ball is last touched by the Surrey Scorchers, and it will go back to Cheshire with a chance for them to retake the lead here.
Yeah, you can tell the Surrey team really rely from beyond the arc, but I like that hustle by Jameson. It means it's a dead ball rather than you having Cheshire going full speed downhill. They have to set up in the half court and walk it down, which you'd rather if you're Surrey.
Here's Rizzo. All the way to the hole, off the glass and in. LaQuincy Rizzo, one of the best players in the league at going downhill.
So hard to guard because you know he's such a great passer too, so you can't help too much of him. And nice job floating it over and getting the backboard finish.
Lawrence at the elbow, nowhere to go, gets it into Teo. Bailey now looking to drive baseline. Backing down Skylar White. It's a tough fadeaway jumper. Another offensive rebound for Surrey though, and Bailey, second chance opportunity, is no good.
Yeah, can't rely on those kind of jump shots and need to finish those second chance opportunities.
Well, Quincy Rizzo's just pulled up off the left of your screen. So it's a 4-on-5 here for Cheshire. Eventually ends up with it. Rizzo fires up for three. Shot is way off the mark. And it'll go back to the Surrey Scorchers.
Yeah, maybe not the shot you want if you're Cheshire, but it looks like something's bothering him. So maybe you took that shot so he could get a dead ball, a referee stop to come out of the game. That's great defense by Skylar White right there. He doesn't jump on any fakes. He stays to the body, and that's a really hard fade to make.
Early 1-point lead now for the Cheshire Phoenix. Here's Lawrence. Off the dribble, fires up for three. Again, can't get it to go, and the three's just gone cold now for both of these teams. Right, on the wing, backing down, Padilla Wang. Nice pass. Stevens in the corner for three, can't get it to go. And Wang ends up with the rebound.
Would have liked to see a layup there, I think. Cheshire's still trying to force a three-point shot.
Padilla Wang going coast to coast. He's able to draw the foul. And the foul is going to be called on Cam Holden, which will send Wang to the line for two.
Scorchers look great when they push the ball. They're really hard to stop because they normally spread quite a lot. They're normally 4 or 5 out. So in transition, trying to scramble that, and then having a guard like Wang go downhill and be able to be as athletic as he is, just opens the floor for himself and his teammates.
Well, Well, they only average 11 points in transition on the fast break this season, the Surrey Scorchers, and again, you've got the ability, you've got the athletic wings that can really push the floor out there. They're second bottom in fast break points this season.
A lot of it, though, sometimes is secondary, so they may not get the fast break point, but they're in motion going down the floor, which is hard if you're the other team because there's no set structure.
Here's Cam Holden. Surrey just switching to a 2-3 zone here. Finds Stevens on the wing, back top to Holden. Holden, all the time in the world to shoot that one. Off the back iron, can't get it to go.
This is one of those things, just because you're open doesn't mean it's the best shot for the team. Keep moving that ball. You hesitated. Once you hesitate, give it up and get it back.
Quinn Cooper's into the game for the first time. Top to Wang. Wang takes a screen from Bailey. Into a double team, finds Bailey in the corner. He fires up for three. Can't get it to go either. And both teams' struggles from three can now continue. Jack, pull-up three-pointer. He's short. Lawrence, nice pass. Quinn Cooper in transition with the soft layup.
And that's what you'll see with these missed threes. A lot of long rebounds that can cause you to get easy ones on the other end. And Quinn Cooper has been playing well recently, hasn't he?
Yeah, he certainly is one of the... when he's hot, he really is hot. One of the best three-point shooters in the league this season. As Wang now goes coast to coast, and here's that transition offense now from the Surrey Scorchers.
Yeah, capitalizing off of the misses from Cheshire. They'll want to slow this down at the end of this first quarter to get a good look.
EJ Stevens, shot clock down to 10, finds Rye. Jack in the corner, he's got Ogundenbi on him. Chagwa looking to go to work, shot clock down to 3. Turnaround fadeaway is short, another great defensive possession for Surrey. Cooper, transition 3. No good that time, rebound Rye.
Yeah, they wanted the 2 for 1 there.
There will be another turnover for Cheshire. Ball will go back to the Surrey Scorchers.
Yeah, I don't mind that by Surrey right there. Quinn Cooper coming off of 18 points, 50%, 5 for 10 from the 3 last game. He gets an early one in transition to shoot it, and you'll get the ball back before the end of the first. I don't mind that at all.
Now, final possession of the first quarter. Lawrence is going to wind this one down. Chance to extend Surrey's lead here at Ellesmere Port. Lawrence, Cooper for 3. A good look for Quinn Cooper, couldn't get the drop. 2 seconds to go. Maceo Jack, good if it goes, is short. And that will do it for the end of the first period. Surrey Scorchers leading the Cheshire Phoenix 21 points to 17. We'll have second quarter action after the break. Welcome back to Saturday Night Hoops, and there you see LaQuincy Rideau getting some reps on the exercise bike. I mean, we saw him stumble in that first quarter. Surely one to keep an eye on for the rest of the game here, Kyla.
Yeah, that's a huge loss for Cheshire at the moment. Definitely hope it's not too serious and he can come back throughout the game and provide a lot of assists and scoring and defensive abilities that he does each game.
Holden nowhere to go. Gets it back though. He's got Bailey on it. Holden going baseline. Nice pass into David. Oh, count it and one. He'll go to the line for a three-point play.
Lovely job by David Elf right there. Nice cut on the drive. That's really hard to guard when there's helpers right there. You see just cut straight through the middle lane. Ability to get it up and over on the left side.
Well, David Elf is a great option for Cheshire Phoenix coming off the bench. I mean, he's one of those guys that can really offer something different to Coach Ben Thomas's side.
Yeah, and the deeper your bench is going into the playoffs, the better you're probably going to be long term.
Cooper on the wing. Mohammed can't get it to go. It's going to be a foul called, though. That will send him to the line to shoot two.
Good job by Mohammed. He's just come out these last few games knowing what he needs to do for the Surrey team to be successful. Every time they win, he averages more than his league averages of the season. So he averages 7 points a game. On wins, he's averaging 10, which shows his importance for the Surrey team, who play a lot of players.
Well, that was called on the floor. Here's Lawrence. His mid-range two is short. Rebound for Holden, and he's fouled by Lawrence.
Yeah, a quick foul to stop the transition right there by Lawrence, who's a smart guard. I think he makes a big difference for the Surrey team. A veteran point guard who knows how to control tempo and shoot the hell out of the ball.
Well, this game started red hot from downtown for both of these teams, and then both sides have gone cold for the rest of the way so far. And again, it's one of those ones where, what is the plan B for both of these teams? How can they keep the scoreboard ticking when the threes aren't dropping?
If Cheshire continue to shoot like that, they have to start crashing the boards. They don't have any offensive rebounds for a team that averaged 14. And when they missed, Surrey come right back down your throat. A great job in the transition with the Lawrence finish.
Huge block by Mohammed. Here's a three at the other end, and again, Cheshire can't get it to go from deep. Steele pushing in transition. Euro step, kicks out to Cooper. Lawrence now, he's got a mismatch with David Olf on him. Looking to take full advantage. Puts it on the floor, floats it up, he's short. Jack with the rebound, here's Stevens now. Jack looking to go downhill. It's going to be a charge against Maceo Jack. It's a great stance by Elliot Bailey.
Yeah, good stand. He was ready in the middle to take that charge, but it shows when you're missing a guard like LaQuincy Rideau, how disjointed you can become as a team. Rideau's that one that normally pushes and makes the decisions downhill, and without him, it's become a lot harder for Cheshire.
That was a huge block from Abdul Mohammed that led to that fast break bucket. And just the one turnover so far for the Surrey Scorchers. They've done really well at taking care of the basketball. Bailey hands off with Lawrence. Nice pass inside, working that two-man game, but Bailey can't get it to go. Here's Rye. Rye looking to go downhill, puts it up. He'll draw the foul. Aaron Rye will earn himself a trip to the line for two.
Yeah, and that's something Rye can do, is kind of put his team on his back and be like, okay, we need some points and let me go to work. And we saw that even in the tough loss against Bristol, he still had 27 points. And when he puts his head down and decides to attack the basket, it's really hard to stop him without fouling.
And he's one of those guys, kind of, that can make those mismatch nightmares for opposing teams. I mean, he's a lot bigger when you see him in person. And Cheshire, they should look to utilize that a lot more in this game.
Yeah, they need to, but one thing you might not recognize is actually when he pushes the ball in transition, his height and his size allows him to see over a lot of defense, which makes him so good at finding his teammates downhill. And like we said, he's a mismatch problem. Smaller guy on him, he'll just body you, and put a bigger guy on him, he has the speed.
Steal. Oh, it's blocked by David Olf. Great defense from the Phoenix. Ball into Jameson. It's going to be a reach-in foul called. It's going to be Cam Gooden to inbound from the baseline. Well, it's been a block party so far at Ellesmere Port.
As protecting that rim at home.
Gooden looking to inbound. Gets it into, oh, another one! And Jameson puts it in the end.
Yeah, he was open a little bit more earlier, Mohammed, in that. Great slips, great play by there, and Cheshire can't give up that second opportunity.
It was Abdul Mohammed put it in the end. My mistake. Oh, at the elbow, kicks it out. Aaron Rye for three. Can't get it to go. Long rebound falls to Cooper. Cooper. Now Mohammed driving inside. Another block from the Cheshire Phoenix. And they're looking to go out in transition as the Hail Mary pass is last touched by the Phoenix. So we'll go back to the Surrey Scorchers here.
Yeah, defensive effort is exactly what you want from Cheshire, to kind of get back into this game a little bit down 4. But they keep turning the ball over on the other end.
Well, the Quincy Riddo has just checked back into the game for the Cheshire Phoenix. Promising signs for Phoenix fans to see him back on the court. Of course, he did stumble in that first quarter. Here's Gooden. Screen comes from Jameson. Gooden ends up turning it over. And Phoenix have a 3-on-2 here as David Olf jams it in on the fast break.
Olf has come out ready to play today on both ends of the floor. Great job running the lane and giving him the ball by Rye.
They've cut it down to a 2-point game here, the Cheshire Phoenix. And trailed by as many as 7 in the first period.
Yeah, they've started to really protect the rim. And Surrey have gone cold from the 3-point line. Once Cheshire are able to rebound and run, it's off to the races.
Oh, David Olf playing above the rim, going coast to coast for the Cheshire Phoenix. Gooden to inbound. Here's Josh Steele. Klavinskas into the game. Last touched by Olf, so Surrey will get another shot at it here. Now you see Klavinskas into the game. He had 6 points in the loss to the Caledonia Gladiators last week. 19-year-old into the roster. It's great to see him being given this opportunity in the British Basketball League.
Exactly. The biggest teacher in life is experience. So you'd love to see him against the number 2 here, getting early minutes.
Another offensive rebound for the Surrey Scorchers. Mohammed's 3 years off. An offensive rebound for Klavinskas, and he draws the foul.
And
there's another whistle after the play as well. The referees have gone over to the Cheshire Phoenix bench. Couldn't quite see what was called, but words are being had with Coach Ben Thomas here. We'll send Klavinskas to the line to shoot too.
And that's how you earn yourself more minutes, is doing the little hustle things, like going to crash the offensive rebounds and getting to the line. But this Surrey team kind of is play by committee. They need a good 9-10 players a game to play at their pace.
Well, Coach Ben Thomas just picked up a technical foul warning after the foul was called.
Crowd is not happy in Cheshire today with that.
Well, Klavinskas at the line. He's just 19 years old, as we mentioned. You know, 6'5". He's got an impressive basketball CV. I mean, he had an impactful spell with Rytas Vilnius 2 in Lithuania. Also played a pivotal role in helping Barking Abbey to their 5th EABL title. He also started for GB Under-18s as well. So a guy who is ready for that opportunity in the British Basketball League.
Yeah, and he's taking that opportunity, but we love to see young British players get a chance at the highest level in this country. This should be a path for players coming through the system, being able to play at academies and moving up into Division 1 and British Basketball League programs, right? That's the point of the setup, and it's just good to see that it's worked for him in Surrey.
Well, plenty of British Basketball League teams have those connections with EABL programs, and certainly love to see them being given opportunities in the top flight. I mean, you know, Barking Abbey's got heavy links with the Surrey Scorchers, and Yeah, you only have to look up and down the league. Myerscough with the Manchester Giants, SGS with the Bristol Flyers. Loads of opportunities to be had for young players and coaches giving them their chances.
Yeah, this is a British league, so you have to have a minimum amount of British players. So why not have the best ones and grow the young ones to be stars in this league?
Here is Rideau at the other end. Goes baseline off the glass and in. And the Quincy Rideau makes it a 2-point game.
And that's what you miss when he's off the floor. He comes in and does exactly what he does, adds points to the boards for Cheshire.
Gooden, guarded by Rideau. Gooden to the basket, blows the layup, rebound Rideau. Rye, top to Rideau. Pulls it back out. It's got Josh Steele on him. Just over 5.5 minutes to play in the first half. Rideau spins and ends up turning it over. Here's Gooden now. Pushing in transition, out to Steele. Steele goes baseline. Jameson rolling to the basket, gets the friendly roll.
Good roll and a lovely pass there. Two came to the ball off of that ball screen action. Was able to get it into the big inside the paint.
Almost turned over by Cheshire, but Rideau does well to dive on the loose ball. Rideau fakes the three. Skip pass. Stevens stays it from going out of bounds, but only into the hands of Abdul Mohammed. Gooden, three-pointer is good, knocks it down. And a timeout's been called on the floor. Surrey Scorchers extending their lead at Ellesmere Port. Welcome back to Cheshire, where the Surrey Scorchers lead the Cheshire Phoenix 32 points to 20. Of course, Kyla, this is the first of 2 games for Cheshire Phoenix. They face the Caledonia Gladiators tomorrow, less than 24 hours later. And again, by the time this weekend finishes, I imagine we'll have a lot clearer picture of how this playoff picture will finish. Here's a look at the foul from earlier as to why Ben Thomas picked up that technical foul warning. The foul here, you can see EJ Stevens reaching in. It was actually called on Ethan Chagwa. So Ben Thomas was just questioning that call with the table and picked up a technical foul warning as a result. Here's Rideau, driving to the basket. It's going to be a foul called against the Scorchers. And a little bit of back and forth between Jameson and Rideau here.
Gotta love the competitiveness there, though. And you see that little hesitation by Rideau, which then parted the seas to get him to his right hand to finish and get a foul instead.
Well, he got his money's worth for the foul there, didn't he? A little bit of words being exchanged between the two players as well.
Yeah, you wanted Jameson off of him really fast.
Well, the Quincy Rideau will earn a double trip to the free throw line as a result. And we were just mentioning, of course, it's the first of a back-to-back for Cheshire Phoenix this weekend. Big game tomorrow, though, against the Caledonia Gladiators as well. It's a big one for them, and obviously that third and second place seeding extremely tight. That could be a crucial game.
Huge weekend for Cheshire for a lot of reasons. One, they're trying to find their rhythm after having a tough loss against Bristol, and with this game being down 7 right now. But two, Caledonia are on a 4-game winning streak right now, so can you cut them off before the playoff starts so they're not getting momentum? And another thing, like you said, it's really close for second place right now, with Cheshire on 20 wins and 10 losses, and Caledonia on 20 wins also, but 12 losses. So it's a lot to play for in these final couple of weeks.
Don't forget, you can watch that game tomorrow, 4:30 p.m. on the British Basketball League YouTube channel, part of a huge triple header of action. Here's Wang. Top two, Jameson. And it's last touched by the Cheshire Phoenix, so we'll stay with Surrey here.
Good rotations by Chagua there. They understand that Surrey are trying to run players off of screens to get them three-point looks, and nice job jumping through that and getting a deflection.
Ball into Wang. Wang going baseline. Klavinskas for three, drains it. Three-pointer is good, knocks it down.
It's real good. Really nice job, body by Wang to get the positioning inside on the left side and getting the drifter to shoot it in the corner.
Well, Nedo's now up to 5 points off the bench for the Surrey Scorchers. A three-pointer at the other end for Quincy Rideau, and just like that, it's become a three-point shootout once again.
Yeah, he was mad about that foul earlier, and you can tell he's continued that way in the game. And when he's hitting threes, it's a good thing for Cheshire.
How about another one? That one's off from Bailey, but an offensive rebound for the Scorchers. Wang blows past David Olf and ends up drawing a foul, so he will get on the line to shoot two.
Yeah, that's another offensive rebound there by Surrey. That makes it number 8 of the half compared to only 1 by Cheshire, and they're capitalizing a little bit with 5-second chance points. They've also got 12 points from turnovers, Surrey do, so that shows where Cheshire are going wrong right now.
Well, here's a look at those threes being exchanged by both of these teams. Two of the best three-point shooting teams in the league this season. Just finding their form once again. They did go cold towards the back end of that first quarter, and that was a real opportunity to see both of these teams in the half court. You know, a lot of these both of these teams tend to get up threes in transition, or one pass into a three, but chance for both of these teams to run that half-court offense, and that's going to be crucial as this game winds on.
Yeah, I think Surrey especially have found that balance between shooting threes and trying to get inside and forcing Cheshire to foul a little bit more. They're less of the teams right now on one-pass shots. They're looking to execute.
Just over 3 minutes to go in the first half. Here's Rideau. Oh, we're going to go back door, and it's stolen away by Josh Steele. Steele, left-hand drive, all the way to the bucket, off the glass and in.
He's just so fundamentally sound to me. He shoots the ball at a high rate, has the ability to break you down as a defender and get to the rim, and a nice finish on the left there.
All of a sudden, it's a 10-point lead for the Surrey Scorchers. Rise three is off. Surrey now a chance to extend their lead away from home. Wang, again, able to draw the foul on David Olf.
Yeah, the Surrey team are playing a bit positionless basketball. It's a lot more spread out, which I quite like against Cheshire, but forcing them to guard you one-on-one, especially with Olf still out there, that's a hard matchup for him. And on the other end, Surrey are able to switch, which Cheshire are finding a hard way to score against them right now.
Well, a timeout's been called on the floor with just over 2.5 minutes to go in this first half. It's in a back and forth game if you just joined us. Surrey Scorchers now leading this one by 10. And again, you look at the last 4 fixtures from the Cheshire Phoenix. They had won 4 in a row before that defeat to Bristol Flyers last weekend, and they'll certainly find themselves down by 10 at home on their own home court against Surrey Scorchers after losing that game last week. They'll be looking to go on a run for the rest of this game to return to winning ways here.
They will be, and they've got some of the best fans in the league, so they don't want to disappoint their home crowd by having 2 losses in a row at home, which at this time of the season you have to win at home if you want to secure your seeding in your spot in this playoff.
As for the Surrey Scorchers, of course, they took Caledonia Gladiators all the way last weekend in action, but they're in that fight for 7th place finish, and they can pick up a win here tonight at Ellesmere Port. That'll be a huge scalp for them in that race for 7th place.
It will. I think it really started this momentum from the trophy month. They had a really good month there, and they started to seem like they had gelled. A couple of pieces added and taken away, and they found a squad that works for them, and this is the time to have that work, right? And last few games, you really see their momentum is pushing, and they're taking care of the ball, which I really like by Surrey. Last game, they only had eight turnovers against Caledonia, and today they only have 2, so a really good job right there with a very highly experienced coach that's been around for long enough to know the ropes.
Well, he's led Surrey Scorchers back to the playoffs for the first time since 2018, which is a huge accomplishment for this Surrey Scorchers franchise. I mean, it was only a few years ago you'd often see Surrey fighting at the bottom of the table. Of course, they brought Dan Clark in as the GM, and they've slowly been working their way up, building as a group, and now to be securing their place in the playoffs, regardless of what happens in this 7th, 8th place sort of playoff between them and Bristol, certainly been progression for their club.
Yeah, it's huge, and it will hopefully progress into next season, being able to maintain some guys and create a culture of winning.
Aaron Rye from the corner 3 ball, he drains it. And is that the spark that Cheshire need to go on a run?
Yeah, it is, and guess who it is again? It's Aaron Rye putting his team on his back when they need some points.
Well, it's going to be a foul called on Cam Holden.
Got a little greedy there. Get to see that 3-point shot again. So pure, #1 in efficiency and field goal percentage in the league, Aaron Rye. And he's hard to guard because he can shoot from there, he can attack, and he'll rebound the ball at a really high rate.
Well, Cam Holden just picked up a technical foul warning on that last exchange as well. So him and Coach Ben Thomas with warnings so far in this game. He'll take a seat on the bench.
You can tell how much it means to both coaches and both teams, as we keep talking about getting at the end of the regular season, and every game matters. Not just about wins and losses, but how are you performing and playing as you go into the playoffs is really important.
Well, the first free throw was missed by Paddy Wang. Knocks down the second, though. Extends it back to a 10-point lead. Here's Aaron Rye. Under 2 minutes to go in the first half. Screen comes from Maceo Jack. Rye, top of the 3-point line, draws the foul. And that'll be the 15th foul on the Surrey Scorchers, so Aaron Rye will earn himself a trip to the line.
Yeah, and he orchestrated that from the point guard position. He knew exactly what he wanted to run there to get an option of him coming off of a screen with Skylar White. And I like that a lot, because how do you guard that? Do you take Aaron Rye? Do you switch? Do you not? And then you've got the shooting ability from Skylar White. So I really like that play there when you're down 10 and trying to find a push into the half.
Rye knocks down the second. Takes it back to a single-digit game. This could be a huge stretch here going into the half. Whichever team can really go on that final run, really determine how this second half plays out. Lawrence brings it up over the timeline. Screen comes from Bailey. Lawrence going downhill. Goes past Skylar White. Here's Wang now. Shot clock down to 6. Wang looking to go one-on-one. Bailey, top of the 3, a key for 3. No good that time, and the rebound secured by Jack.
Good defensive stop right there.
Right, going downhill. Jack for 3 is long. And the rebound ends up with Surrey.
Again, only one offensive rebound for Cheshire, average a lot more in the league. If they're going to continue to shoot at this rate, they have to start to crash the boards.
Wang. Bailey again for 3. Knocks it down this time.
Hey, I love it from the same spot, but gets the 3 down this time. The confidence of himself and his teammate getting the ball at the same position. A lovely pass by Wang there to get it to him.
There you see those 3-point field goal numbers. Baseline drive. Kicks it out to Skylar White. They have to shoot with the shot clock winding down. Off the back iron, no good. Rebound Wang. Chance to extend this lead for Surrey. The shot clock is turned off. Wang. Screen from Bailey. Bailey puts it on the floor. Guarded by White. Turnaround fadeaway. And that will do it for the end of the first half. It is a huge first half for the Surrey Scorchers as they take a double-digit lead into the locker room at half-time. We'll have half-time analysis from Kyler Nelson after the break. Welcome back to Saturday Night Hoops in the British Basketball League, where the Surrey Scorchers have a 12-point lead at the half over the Cheshire Phoenix. I'm joined by Kyler Nelson, and Kyler, it's been a back-and-forth game between these two teams. What you made of the first 20 minutes?
It has definitely been back and forth. Started off really hot, kind of got a little bit cold later on in that half, but 3 points, shots. Cheshire only have hit 4 so far, Surrey 6. The rebounding battle is huge, and to be honest, I think Surrey have done a really good job when they've played a smaller lineup of 5, and they have Bailey at the 5, forcing Skylar White, forcing David Olf to guard him at the perimeter, and his speed into ball screens and agility. I think that's been the difference.
Well, let's take a look at those halftime stats for you. And as you mentioned, it was a hot 3-point shooting game to start this game, but then it really cooled off in that second quarter.
Yeah, it definitely did. 26% for Cheshire. They'd want some more, being #1 in three-point makes in the league. And again, got cold for Surrey. And another big stat is bench points. Surrey on 12 bench points, which is huge compared to the 2 with Cheshire. And Cheshire have had 10 guys out on this floor, so they need to get more production from their role players.
Let's take a look at the story from the first half, and as you say, it really started with the threes dropping all over the place. I mean, Steele got in on the action early on. I think the first 3 plays of the game were 3-pointers, and Maceo Jack responding at the other end, but both teams having to rely on their inside scoring for the rest of the way.
Yeah, they have, and it's a balancing act. Once you hit a few threes, things will start to open up downhill as the defender are going to close you out a little bit harder. And what I like about the first few threes we saw in these clips is it was inside-out movement. The ball got inside the paint in a dribble or a pass before they took the 3, which is a higher percentage, but I love that by Jaguar right there, being able to go downhill and get the &1. But again, talking about balancing act, hit threes, yes, crash the boards when you shoot those threes, but how can you get points in the paint? And that's one way of doing it by LaQuincy Rideau right there, and he does it at will for this Cheshire team. Another way of getting points in the paint is getting stops and getting it over the top for transition layups.
And for this Surrey team, it's about, you know the run's going to come from Cheshire in the second half. The big question is, how do you deal with it? And plays like that on the defensive end is certainly the way to do it.
Yeah, those are huge plays, and a big thing that Surrey will need to continue to do if they want to keep this lead in Cheshire is rebounding. Cheshire aren't shooting a great rate from the 3, as we spoke about, and they only have 1 offensive rebound, which means Surrey have done a great job of controlling the boards and pushing tempo afterwards offensively. So I think that's the difference right now in the game.
Well, we'll have second half action coming up for you shortly, but it's time to take a look at Cheshire Phoenix star LaQuincy Rideau, who this week surpassed over 200 career assists in the British Basketball League. But first up, we've got highlights from Thursday night's action as the Bristol Flyers visited the Leicester Riders.
Ball knocked around, rebounding, usually a specialty of the Bristol Flyers, but this time it is a specialty of Sam Adowu.
Good job by Bristol to get that back.
Contact made, no foul called, bucket drops.
This is nice.
Deep range 3. Ooh!
Ooh! Let me just be quiet on that one, Todd.
From the Midlands, that's 3. Ooh, and another deep range 3, courtesy of Trajan Jacob. Shots coming and shots falling, and what a stroke for Trajan Jacob. Back-to-back monster 3s for the dunk specialist. And how about this? Key with the icing on top.
Here's something nice.
Up
Good
and
offense.
under, and that'll be an &1. Teddy Allen now. All kinds of creativity and Teddy buckets. Going left then, puts it up with the right. Kimmel McKenzie with a beautiful fake, and the Canadian gets to the rim and puts in another bucket. Deep range 3 off balance, and that does nothing but net. Don't hang your head, Kimmel McKenzie. There's nothing you can do about that. Another turnover, so TJ Law's got a wide open Teddy Allen. He'll take the 3. Kimmel McKenzie trying to get the ball as he gets a shove off on Tajon Lucas. Lucas sells it, the refs don't buy it. Slicing, dicing, cuts in, kicks it back out. And that was a beautiful no-look coming off the hands of Lucas to get it to Brad Green. And this is watch out time for the Leicester Riders as everything is falling for the Bristol Flyers.
Oh,
Which is now ballooned to 18, which could now, nice leave. Again, oh! And Adowu is gonna just rue the day that he didn't put that one down, because that was wide open, and that's gonna 3. That is a 5-point swing. Well, where do you go from here? A deep range 3 there, and that has been the one bright spot for the Leicester Riders. Unfortunately, that basket is not worth 18 points.
Fantastic job by Bristol. I felt like they did a wonderful job managing this game.
Skylar White White does well to keep the ball from going out of play.
Still got the rebound. He passed it to me. So me and Ethan, as he was running down the court, we was making like eye connection. Like, I'm like, go, go, go. Then I put it between my legs, and then I'm just like, keep going, bro. I'm gonna get it to you. So he just running. So then boom, put it between my legs and just threw it. Then I just added no look to it. No, it's just all instinct, pretty much. I just do it, and if it works, and go from there. My name is LaQuincy. I play for Cheshire Phoenix. I'm the point guard. The journey has been great. Like the first week, we all was hanging out, and we all like got used to each other. So then we get into practice, and we clicked so well because none of us are selfish. We all want to see each other win, and it's like crazy how we all click so well. And now we like playing our best basketball together. Jazz music is it keeps you calm. I would say it keeps you calm and helps you find that rhythm that you're looking for. And you know the term I have the dog in me. That's me, honestly. Like I won't back down from anybody. Never been, never will. And don't plan on doing it. So I'll just say I had that dog in me.
Cheshire leaking out in transition, and a fast break jam for the Knicks, and early 4-0 run for them.
To doing assists, I would say I would prefer doing the assists than scoring, because that makes me feel like I'm getting my teammates involved. That's the thing about being a point guard, is like getting your teammates involved and keeping them happy and making yourself happy as well. My play style is about risk and reward, so it's like, what's the point of like playing if you're not gonna take that risk? Because the risk is always gonna be with a bigger reward. Russell Westbrook, you know, he's like a big risk-reward player, and that's who I would say I look up to right now, is Russell Westbrook, and that's where I get my creativity from. I want to be the best version of me at the end of the season, and team standpoint, the goal coming out here was to win and make a connection with my teammates and make brotherhood. The goal is to win.
Welcome back to second half action, where the Cheshire Phoenix have a 12-point gap to make up at home over the Surrey Scorchers in this second half. And Kyla, one of the things that Surrey have done extremely well to build this lead is their efficiency from the three-point line.
Yeah, it's been really great, especially early. But my favourite thing about their three-point shooting is 6 different players have hit a 3 today, which just shows they've moved the ball. They're taking good looks. They're all in rhythm. They look really smooth coming out of each player's hand, and all in different ways, off of the half-court sets, off of in transition, drive right there, a kick to the corner, a simple movement in basketball that works at every level.
Yeah, Surrey 6 for 16 as a team in that first half from deep, and as you say, all 6 threes coming from 6 different players. Here's a look at the league table as it stands with this result at half-time. If Surrey can hold on to the win here, that will take them up to 14 wins, which is tied with the Bristol Flyers. Of course, they have that one extra defeat in that battle for a 7th place finish, but if they do have the head-to-head over the Flyers, so if the records do match at the end of the season, that will lift them up into 7th, which could be huge for them.
Yeah, that is huge. Surrey are just trying to control what they can by trying to finish out this game and being equal with Bristol. But it's so exciting also seeing Caledonia and Cheshire so close, tied right now on 20 wins. But a loss for Cheshire means Caledonia have another chance to get to number 2, with tomorrow being the matchup against those 2 teams is going to be huge. A must watch, especially if Cheshire loses one, tie things up at 2.
Of course, that game is the middle game of our 3-game double-header tomorrow. You can watch it 4:30 p.m. Cheshire Phoenix taking on the Caledonia Gladiators. You can watch that on YouTube. Make sure you like, comment and subscribe to not miss a minute of the action this season. Well, third quarter action is underway. Cheshire Phoenix a 12-point lead to protect in this second half. Here's Josh Steele. Steele to the basket is blocked by Maceo Jack. The perfect way to start this third quarter for Cheshire. And it's going to be an offensive foul at the other end, this time called on Chagwa.
Again, great defensive stop there by Cheshire. Just can't capitalise on the offensive end, but worth seeing the block again by Maceo Jack, who got up there.
Well, Josh Steele's going to get us back underway from the baseline. Back to the starting 5 for coach Lloyd Gardner. Here's Saquon Jameson, kicks it out to Wang. Wang out to Steele, extra pass, Gooden open for 3. Can't get the triple to go. Last touched by the Knicks, by the Scorchers even, so we'll go back to Cheshire.
Yeah, Surrey have to be happy about that possession though. They moved the ball, they got a good look. They shoot the second most threes in the league, so they're happy from shooting beyond their arc, and they just want to knock them down early on and to increase this lead.
Good. Wang on the wing, inside to Jameson. Backing down right. Turnaround hook is good off the glass.
Lovely job by Jameson being patient, and Josh Steele went to cut but came back out to give him space, and a nice back down move.
Right. Screen comes from Chagwa. He's got a mismatch now with Jameson on him. Gets it back. Aaron Rye to the basket. Out to Chagwa. Shot clock down to 5. Chagwa backing down Mohammed, and he gets it to go off the glass. Bit of post moves from each team.
Yeah, I really like the post action right now. Both teams again getting advantages off of ball screens, whether that be the switch or 2 coming to the ball. They're finding the right people to finish the plays.
Jameson calling for it inside, ends up with him. Skip pass, Mohammed in the corner, fakes the pass, drives baseline to the hole, looking for a foul, nothing given by the officials. And it's going to be a jump ball in the end. Possession arrow points towards the Surrey Scorchers.
Scrappy one there. A good job by Cheshire being able to prevent second chance opportunities. Really good contest right there to be able to jump without fouling. He was falling back rather than jumping into the offensive player, and that's why he struggled going up with it.
The arrow, in fact, points towards Cheshire. Here's Rye backing down Steele. Aaron Rye off the glass and in. And it's those mismatch opportunities. If Aaron Rye can utilise them, that's how they can work their way back into this one.
Yeah, absolutely. And Cheshire have a great balance. Aaron Rye being a bulldozer, getting inside. He goes where he wants, whereas they have the finesse of the guards of Maceo Jack and the Quincy Rideau. So it's a nice balancing act there. And Aaron Rye's so hard to guard.
The Quincy Rideau has been subbed out of the game. You see him there on the bike. He's not looked right this game. You feel that he took that knock early on in the first quarter and just looking to loosen up on the bike during the break there, and that's not a good sign for Cheshire Phoenix at all.
Yeah, it's not. He doesn't look happy that he can't be out there with his team right now, but it's bigger than this game. Tomorrow is another huge game for Cheshire against Caledonia in that #2 fight to the finish, so they've got to make sure he's healthy in this last end of the season.
Gooden for 3, he knocks it down. And Surrey Scorchers out to a big lead away from home.
Really big lead. Another top of the three-point line shot by Surrey. They find their spots really well in their offense.
Cam Christen spins in the lane, can't get it to go, but a foul is called. And that will send him to the line to shoot 2 shots.
But that's what you need if you're Cheshire. You need your bench players to start producing for you and being aggressive. But on the other end, again, Josh Steele gets aggressive, foot in the paint. Nice little kick out for the 3 by Gooden.
Well, Cam Christen at the line. He had 13 points and 4 rebounds in the last meeting between these two teams. Guess the shooters roll on the first free throw.
Yeah, great player to have coming off your bench, averaging a double digits with 10 points a game, almost 11 right there, and he does the little things for them. And when you want to get back into the game, when teams are keying on your main guys, especially when they've done their scout, it's the players like Christen that can start to get hot and add points to the tally.
Well, that is his first points of the game. I'll certainly look for more of that as this game rolls on. Here's Paddy at Wang. Jameson calling for it down low. Steele feeds him in the end. He's got a mismatch with Maceo Jack on him. No double team comes, but it is stolen away. And it will stay with the Surrey Scorchers here. You can hear what the home fans think of it.
Yeah, we're not happy about that one. But if I'm Jameson, the whole right side of the floor was emptied and you had shooters on the other side. As you dribbled to the middle, we should have spun back to the other way instead of going into the double team. And good thing for Cheshire is that call's been overturned.
Yeah, the referees had a short discussion. They did overturn it, so we'll go back to Cheshire. And it's one of those ones where, you know, when enough people are saying it came off the wrong person, you have to feel that they've got a point there. Here's Aaron Rye at the other end, feeds Jaguar. Jaguar to the hole, it's blocked by Wang. Mohamed, Steele in transition, can't get it to go. Good defense by Cheshire, but there's a strong finish in the end by Saquon Jameson.
Yeah, and that's why he's #2 on rebounds in the league right there, Saquon Jameson. Great job cleaning up for his team.
Stripped by the Scorchers. Wang, Steele, again in transition, gets it to go and count it. Josh Steele will go to the line for an and one opportunity.
I love that. A lovely push by Wang and a good job to finish by Josh Steele, who gets to go to the line. And the difference between this game and the last game for Surrey, to me, is on the defensive end. Against Caledonia, they played really well, but they couldn't get stops when it mattered. They allowed 60 points in the paint. But they had 25 assists. They were shooting the ball at a high rate, 51% from the 2. They just could not get stops when it mattered, and it's great to see them hold Cheshire to 39 halfway through the third quarter.
Josh Steele can't get the extra free throw to go. There's a 15-point lead for the Surrey Scorchers. Cheshire can't afford to let this game run too far ahead of them. Here's Aaron Rye. Jaguar, top of the three-point line, can't get it to go. Looking for a foul, but an offensive rebound by the Knicks. Again, they can't get it to go. Third chance opportunity as the Quincy Rideau gets fouled. And he'll go to the line to shoot 2.
You see the urgency for the Cheshire Phoenix side right there. Everyone's starting to crash because they understand they're missing opportunities. They need second chances. And they finally get to the line. They still have 0 second chance points for a team that have almost 14 offensive rebounds a game.
Well, Rideau gets the first free throw to go. Out to 9 points to go along with his 5 rebounds and 2 assists.
Yeah, considering he's been in and out of the game a little bit, looking a little uneasy, he's done a good job finding rhythm when he's in the game, and he does make a big impact for Cheshire.
Just over 6 minutes to go in the third quarter. Padilla Wang takes the screen from Jameson. Here's Teo Ogundengbe. Guarded by Jack. It's going to be a reach-in foul called on Jack.
Yeah, that just shows Teo's veteran status, being able to just control the ball and understand that Jack was there to reach. Really good job there.
Here's Wang. Splits the defense. Padilla Wang kicks it out. Gooden now drives it inside. Wang, corner 3 ball. He knocks it down. Huge shot for the Surrey Scorchers.
Wang is so smooth. A really nice job with the kick, and then be able to create space again to get the ball back. Really unselfish play there by Surrey.
Shooting just over 40% of the team from downtown as Maceo Jack responds at the other end. And that is a much-needed 3 for the Cheshire Knicks.
Yeah, and if you want someone to start heating up for Cheshire, Maceo Jack's your guy. #1 in 3-point makes this season.
Wang. Here comes another 3 for Surrey. This time no good. Rebound ends up. Oh, it's stolen away by Wang. And it's going to be a foul called against the Cheshire Phoenix as Padilla Wang ends up on the floor.
Yeah, I think some feet got entangled together, and he got the better call on that end on the trip, and Surrey get another opportunity.
Well, Cheshire are in the penalty here, so Padilla Wang will go to the line to shoot 2. The official is just going to have a discussion here. There you see the foul trouble for Cheshire. Cam Holden has 4, Maceo Jack on 3. A number of players on 2 as well.
Yeah, Padilla Wang starting to create an MVP game type of stats already in the third with 18 points. 5 for 6 from the field. He's 100% from the 3. 4 rebounds, 4 assists. He's done a lot today, but he's not going to the line after Surrey thought they got fouled there.
Well, the officials have overturned the call here, saying it was an offensive foul, I think, rather than a defensive foul. You can see Lloyd Gardner not happy with the overturning of the call. Oh, it is going to stay with Surrey in the end. Bit of miscommunication between the officials. Here's Padilla Wang. Teo, top to Jameson. Wang looking to drive inside, skip past to Steele. Here's Gooden for 3, off the back iron. It will go back to the Cheshire Phoenix.
Yeah, really scrappy right there. Both teams wanted that possession back, and a lot more to come in this game after the timeout.
Quick break on the floor. We'll be back with you in a couple of moments' time. Welcome back to Saturday Night Hoops in the British Basketball League, where the Cheshire Phoenix have work to do here. Trailing by 13 points against the Surrey Scorchers. Of course, they're fighting in that battle for a second-place finish in the standings, but they're taking on a team that have got a battle of their own in the race for a 7th place in the playoffs. Mid-range 2, no good for Cheshire. Here comes Josh Steele the other way. Jameson now. Steele sets the screen, finds Wang. Shot clock at 10. Wang. Shot clock down to 5 now. Skip pass to Ogundengbi. Fakes the 3, takes the 3. Can't make the 3. And the rebound secured by Chagwa. Riddo going downhill. Puts it up. No foul call, but there's Chagwa on the follow.
Yeah, first, second chance points for Cheshire of the night.
Wang looking to respond at the other end. It's going to be a jump ball as the ball gets tied up. And the possession arrow points towards the Surrey Scorchers.
Yeah, what people don't realise about Surrey being so hard to guard sometimes is there's a lot of motion principles, a lot of 5-out, which actually you can go into a lot of different actions. Split, which is a 2-man away screen action. You got ball screens, back cuts, so you can't really scout a team like Surrey because they're just moving the ball and waiting for 2 to come and so they can find the next one. The only problem is if they don't move themselves, the ball gets very stagnant.
Here's Steele looking to drive left, kicks out to Teo in the corner. He fakes the 3. It's going to be a foul called on the floor, but it will send Ogundengbi to the line because the Cheshire Phoenix are over the limit.
Surrey will be happy to get a couple cheap shots right here. Easy free throws to add to their tally and hopefully keep that margin as far away as possible.
Well, Teo Ogundengbi, one of the most experienced players in the British Basketball League this season. He's a guy that Coach Lloyd Gardner will want to have on the court in moments like this with the game, you know, trying to protect this lead.
Yeah, having a guy like Teo on the court, but on the bench, in the locker room, at practice every day, it's so valuable as a team who are looking to be successful in a league that he's been in for so long. So it's great to see him still playing at such a high level, and he influences teammates really well.
Here's Riddo. He's got Steele on it. Screen comes from Skylar White. Riddo looking to go one-on-one. Downhill, kicks out to Rye. Rye's open for 3. Overcooks the triple on that occasion. Offensive rebound by the Knicks, though. And the chance for Aaron Rye to get some more second chance points here for the Cheshire Phoenix.
Yeah, much better by Cheshire in terms of crashing for offensive rebounds, and that cut through the middle was so hard, especially in a scramble situation that Surrey was in. Good job by Aaron Rye finding space and getting to the free throw line once again.
Well, it's almost, you know, as we wind down the regular season, it's time for, you know, the league to think about its end-of-season awards, and this is a guy, Aaron Rye, who certainly has put in a case this season for a league MVP.
Yeah, every time you look at a stat in basketball in the British Basketball League, he's ranked top 10 in a lot of those, which just shows his versatility, his IQ, and he's definitely up there in the talks for league MVP of the season. He has to be.
Well, Riddo grabbed the rebound, but foul called on Bailey. And we'll go from one end of the... No, we won't, in fact. That is the 4th foul. Ball into LaQuincy Riddo. Down by 11. 3 minutes to go in the 3rd. Screen from White. Riddo's got a mismatch here with Bailey on him, looking to size him up. Double team almost comes, and Ogundengbi knocks it out of play.
I like Bailey playing against Cheshire in this way. What they do a lot, Cheshire, is Skylar White sets a ball screen for their guards, and they're hoping for a switch so their guard can go downhill and attack a big that can't move so well laterally. But having Bailey on the floor or smaller forwards guard the bigs means that it allows him to stay in front much more, but you can't do anything about that kind of 3.
There's a massive 3 from Riddo. He knocks it down, and now all of a sudden it's an 8-point game. And this is the moment where Cheshire need to go on their run. 2.5 to go in the third. Here's Padiat Wang. Wang driving inside, draws the foul. And again, a pair of easy free throws coming up for Wang now.
And that's what you don't want if you're Cheshire after building momentum. Hitting a 3 is then stopping the clock again and letting Cheshire and Wang get onto the free throw line. I don't know if you saw Rideau is a little mad at seeing that foul. He's so competitive, he wants it. He's not their top 3-point shooter, but when it matters, he's a winner and he's gonna knock it down.
And if you compare this game to last week's game against the Bristol Flyers, I mean, Cheshire, they fell at home in the end. This is the sort of same moment they went on that run to close the gap down. The big difference here, though, is Bristol, they had a big lead at this point. Now it's only 10, and this is the chance for Cheshire to go on that run and potentially make it a tight one down the stretch.
Yeah, Cheshire are built for this. They're very talented. They have the ability to come back. But at what point do you not want your team to always be on the back foot? They want to be leading games, but they have the ability, plenty of time for a team like this.
Stevens spins, he can't get it to go. It's great defense by Surrey. Wang now. In and out dribble. Couldn't quite control it, but ends up with him once again. Screen from Mohammed. Finds him inside. Nice shot, and it's going to be a 12-point lead now for the Surrey Scorchers.
Yeah, really nice job elevating over the middle, and Padiat Wang, a nice job finding his teammates. That's number 5 for the night.
Is right. Guarded by Wang, almost loses it. Skip pass to the corner. Skylar White for 3. He can't get it to go. Offensive rebound ripped away by Rideau. Second chance opportunity is blocked by Mohammed. Incredible.
That's the kind of hustle you want to see if you're a Surrey Scorchers fan.
Just over a minute to go in the third quarter. Chance for Surrey to extend the lead. Lawrence. He's got a mismatch here. Lawrence at the elbow, step through, puts it up, can't get it to go. Rebound for Rye. Under a minute to go in the third. Aaron Rye to the hoop, puts it in.
Yeah, you're way too late if you're trying to pick Aaron Rye up in the paint. He will just push you right over, get to his spot. Nice job, and Cheshire continue to chip away a little bit. They just need stops.
Here's Padiat Wang. It's going to be an offensive foul called on the ball screen. So Cheshire will get this one back here. Chance to go 2 for 1.
Yeah, I'm not sure if Cheshire should go 2 for 1 necessarily unless it's a great shot, only because of the rhythm they've had in this quarter. Maybe they're better to slow it down and execute it and get a great look out of it and rely on their defense in the last possession. Just depends on what they get, and they haven't been shooting at a super high rate today.
10-point lead for the Surrey Scorchers. Here's Aaron Rye. Draws in the double. Rideau for 3. Splashes it. And that is a much-needed 3 for Cheshire as momentum starts to shift into their favour.
And it comes out of the hands from Aaron Rye, creating in the post, forcing defenses to have to stunt and help, allowing space for Rideau on the 3-point line.
Shot clock is turned off. Final 5 seconds of the third quarter. Lawrence kicks it out to Teo. Teo drives inside, and they're gonna run out of time. And that will do it for the end of the third quarter. Cheshire Phoenix eating away at this Surrey lead. We've got fourth quarter action after the break. Welcome back to the Cheshire Oaks Arena, where we're set for fourth quarter action. You see Padilla Wang with 20 points to give his side a lead going into the fourth quarter. And Kyla, he's been excellent today.
He has. Everything great from Surrey today has really come out of his movement, his ball handling, his passing, and his scoring ability. And that's what they need if they want to win this game.
Well, ball into Rye. Nice footwork. And Aaron Rye with the post moves this time.
Nobody and nothing speeds Aaron Rye up. He will get a great look for himself, no matter how long it takes. As, like you said, great footwork over Teo right there. And the movement and cutting of Cheshire helps Aaron Rye find that space.
Quinn Cooper's three is off at the other end. EJ Stevens steps into a triple. No good that time off the back iron. And ends up with Andrew Lawrence. Here's Teo now. Mohammed fakes the handoff, drives inside. Layup is short. Good defensive possession by the Cheshire Knicks. Rye going coast to coast. Aaron Rye all the way to the bucket.
And that's why no margin is big enough for Cheshire. They find a way, their talent, their skill, and Aaron Rye.
Well, they trailed by as many as 16 points in this game. The Cheshire Phoenix have rallied back. It's now a 3-point lead for the Surrey Scorchers, and momentum well and truly in their favor right now.
Yeah, it helps hitting a big three at the end of the third quarter to get that momentum shifted. And Aaron Rye, again, is always doing everything on this floor. He's finding his seams, getting to the rim at will. Easy finish there for him, and the ball will go through him in the post, in transition, and he will definitely be a big part of getting them over the hump if they can in this fourth quarter.
Well, he has completed his double-double for 20 and 10 in this game with 9 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. As for Surrey Scorchers, I mean, if you're Lloyd Gardner, you're led by as many as 16. What do you think he's saying to the team right now in this timeout?
Right now, I think it's about offensive execution. It's been a little slow-tempoed in the half court for Scorchers. Once they're able to create an advantage with Surrey scrambling and rotating, they're good. But recently they haven't done that so much, which means Cheshire are off to the races on the other end from rebounds and pushing it down the throats of Surrey.
A lot at stake for both of these teams. Cheshire, the first of 2 games for them this weekend. They are in a race for a second place finish, and a win here today will do their chances a whole lot of good going into tomorrow's game against third place Caledonia.
Yeah, at this point, every team can only control what they can. The runnings are so close. Everyone's beating everyone. They can only do what they can do in the game. And what the Quincy Rideau can do is strap up and get a stop.
Well, they get the stop they needed. And now they can tie the game with a 3. Or cut it down to just 1 with the bucket on this possession.
It just shows how impactful Rideau is when he's on the floor.
Stevens, screen from Rye. Oh, it's knocked loose. Good hands by Rideau to knock it out of play, because Surrey had a leaking player out in transition there.
Yeah, great job by Rideau. I saw what he was trying to do on the offensive end. I loved the slip by Skylar White there. Really, really good hands by Surrey Scorchers that continue to be alert on the defensive end. Yeah, coach is not happy there, Coach Lloyd.
Just their 5th turnover. Oh, it's lobbed up and jammed in by Saquon Jameson.
Those are the kind of buckets that Surrey need to keep this lead up. And again, it comes out of Paddy at Wang's hands again. Nice soft touch over the defense for Jameson to flush it down.
As you say, those are the plays that they will need to get themselves over the line here. The lead is up to 5, 8 minutes and change to go. Rideau. Skip pass out to Rye. Rye draws in a double team. Rideau fakes the 3, steps back, pulls up for another one. It's short. Long rebound. Last touch by the Cheshire Knicks, say the referee.
Surrey Scorchers done a good job of changing up their screen defense. With a smaller lineup, they switch everything. With this lineup, they're trying to soft hedge and have their guards recover over the top, and it's been disruptive overall for Cheshire.
Under 8 minutes to go in the game. Lawrence finds Teo, extra pass to Wang, skip pass. Teo steps back for 3. Ball rattles around the rim, can't get the drop. It's going to be a foul called on Skylar White on the box out attempt. And you can see his reaction to the call, not happy. He's just boxing out a little bit too much there on Saquon Jameson.
It's a really difficult one because Saquon Jameson did a great job of getting initial position inside right there. And what Skylar White's trying to do is push him under the basket so he can't get the offensive rebound. But Jameson timed his jump really well to get that foul.
Ball into Wang. Shot clock at 10. Screen from Jameson. But Wang drives left, kicks out to Teo. Teo for 3. Big shot for the Surrey Scorchers.
Much better by Teo there, just catch and shooting that ball. The first time he hesitated, took a dribble. He can raise up against anyone in this league.
Cheshire looking to respond at the other end, and Rideau responds with a 3 at the other end.
Yeah, Rideau doesn't want to lose this game. He is heating up from the three-point line, which isn't always something he does best, but he's found a way to be successful beyond the arc today.
Wang driving baseline, ball comes off the underside of the backboard, so it will stay with the Surrey Scorchers.
Let's look at that again. Skylar White finding his guard in the perimeter. Just catch and shoot, knock it down. That's 3 for 5 from the three-point line today for LaQuincy Rideau.
Certainly is one of the things he's really improved on as the season has rolled on. His three-point shooting.
Maybe it's infectious.
Here's Jameson backing down White. Can't get the hook to go. Kristen. Almost knocked loose by Lawrence into the hands of the point guard. Rideau puts it up, can't get it to go, but a trip to the line coming up for him. And Cheshire, they'll need to continue to earn trips to the foul line to chip away at this lead.
Yeah, Rideau just sized Teo up right there and said, okay, it's my time to go one-on-one with this mismatch. And he did a great job of getting the contact to get to the rim. And this is what you need, are the easy chip away points for Cheshire. Plenty of time. And when you shoot as many threes and make as many threes as they do, there's not really a lead that's too big that you can't come back to. Apart from Bristol last week, apparently.
Well, Rideau able to knock down the first free throw. Big free throw coming up for him here. Second one rolls around the rim and gets the drop.
Yeah, 20 points personal for a player that's been in and out. Body didn't look kind of right, had to get on that bike. He's done a great job of just still being effective in his minutes. 3-point
lead for Surrey. Can they make it 6? No, they can't. And here comes Rideau the other way. Now Rye. Out to Rideau. Rideau spins to the bucket. Again, able to draw the foul. And another trip to the free throw line coming up for him. And this is exactly what Cheshire Phoenix want. Trips to the line or the clock is stopped. Chance for them to narrow this lead once again.
Yeah, there's not many people on this Scorchers team that can stop Rideau. Well, there's not many people in the league that can stop Rideau, should I say. And he's just going at will. He's a winner. He wants this one at home to get some momentum going in tomorrow's game against Caledonia. And he's putting the team on his back right now and getting easy little baskets at the free throw line.
Wang has subbed out of the game as Rideau knocks down his first.
This is kind of what happened to Surrey last game against Caledonia. They were back and forth up for a lot of the game, but then Caledonia in the fourth quarter were able to get some points in the paint. And Surrey weren't able to get stopped, so we'll see if they can do that in the next 6 minutes.
Rideau misses the second. It's a 2-point game. Mohammed finds Josh Steele. Here's Lawrence now. Shot clock is winding down. Screen comes from Jameson. Lawrence's 3 no good. Rebound Rideau. Chance to tie or take the lead for Cheshire. Stevens to the bucket, can't finish. And it's going to be a foul called on LaQuincy Rideau.
Those are the ones Cheshire need. 2-on-1 right there, but just a tough Euro step trying to go over Josh Steele. Good stop by Surrey there, and you don't really want that foul momentum. We'll see if Surrey can come down and get a good possession in the half court.
Well, it's just a second team foul on the Cheshire Phoenix. Here's Lawrence. Looking to hold off this Phoenix run. Lawrence pulls up from the mid-range, can't get it to go. Nedas Klavinskas on the rebound, he can't finish. Jameson can't finish. And it's going to go to the Cheshire Phoenix.
So many opportunities to make this a 2-possession game, and you can see Coach Lloyd Gardner right there. Just come on, we need these little bunnies. He'll want those points back inside the paint.
Well, here you see it, 3 chances for Surrey Scorchers to make it a 2-possession game. And Coach Lloyd Gardner saying, what have I got to do to get a foul out there?
You gotta love the intent, though, the intent to go and crash the boards hard and get second chance points for Surrey, who are 4 for 9 compared to 1 for 5 from Cheshire, so it's been working for them.
Chance for Cheshire to tie or retake the lead. Skylar White for the lead. No good on the triple. Long rebound falls to Lawrence. Steele thought about the 3, drives inside. Tries middle this time, fakes it. Oh, nice move. Josh Steele with the footwork.
Lovely move by Josh Steele, getting Skylar White up in the air and going under him for the little float over the middle.
And he doubles the Surrey Scorchers lead to 4. Rizzo driving downhill. Again, able to draw the foul. He's done a great job of doing that throughout this 4th quarter. And another pair of free throws coming up for him.
Yeah, he has. He's gotten into the paint for the foul, but can he make free throws? Only 56%, so we'll need these 2.
Well, he'll take the 2 free throws after the break. Welcome back to Ellesmere Port, where we're all set for a tense finish between the Cheshire Phoenix and the Surrey Scorchers. The Scorchers, they led this game by as many as 16 points, but the Cheshire Knicks have come storming back as they battle for that 2nd place finish. It's now down to 4, and LaQuincy Rideau will shoot a pair of free throws to make it a 1-possession game here.
Yeah, done a really good job, especially in this 4th, getting to the line, Rideau, but it's about knocking these free throws down.
Well, if you're watching this game on YouTube or Twitch or TikTok, let us know in the comments section. Who do you think will come out on top in this one? Make sure you send the link to a friend. Let them know it's going down the crunch time, because it is going to be a tight finish here at Ellesmere Port. With the 2nd free throw. Knocks it down. We have ourselves a 2-point ball game with under 5 minutes to go. Here's Cam Gooden. Top to Padiat Wang. Screen from Jameson. Skip pass. Steele in the corner. Driving baseline. Gooden fakes the 3. He drives inside. Open look for Abdul Mohammed. He splashes it for 3.
Lovely job. 3, number 9. Another 3, number 10 for Surrey Scorchers. But I love that. It's like a dominoes effect. They create an advantage, and how big can they get it till they get a great look? And they did right there in the corner.
Everything that the Cheshire Phoenix are throwing at the Surrey Scorchers, the Scorchers have a response. Here's Aaron Rye, floats it up and in.
Yeah, and that's Aaron Rye's response right there is, I'm going to body you to the basket. You cannot stop me.
3-point lead for the Scorchers. Mohammed driving left. Turnaround, fade away, floats it up and in.
Just that whole play I enjoyed. It was a go screen. He went to kind of fake the screen and then pop back to the wing, caught it with the defender having to close him out, and he was able to go middle with his left. Nice little spin.
Aaron Rye to a double team, kicks it out to Maceo Jack. He fires up for 3 and knocks it down.
How do you guard that? Aaron Rye just scores inside, so you have to bring a double from the middle, and he's able to split that double and find the best 3-point shooter in the league in terms of makes right there.
Down to 2 once again. What response does Surrey have? Here's Gooden, screen from Jameson. Ball knocked out of play. It will stay with the Surrey Scorchers, but the shot clock is down to 1.
Need a quick catch and shoot or a lob over the top for them to be able to hit the rim before the end of the shot clock.
Gooden to inbound. Wang going to the basket, ends up with it, stripped by Rideau, and it will be a shot clock violation.
Incredible what Rideau does for Cheshire offensively, but also on the defensive end. We've talked about him being top of the league for steals, and he's so scrappy. He cares about defending and getting stops, and he's huge for this Cheshire team.
3 minutes to go in the 4th quarter. Fasten your seatbelts. Chance for Cheshire to tie or retake the lead. Rideau spins, puts it up, and he'll go back to the free throw line. Chance to tie this game at 75.
He's living on the free throw line in this second half, and the thing is about Surrey, they're struggling with his Maceo Jack just hit a 3, so we can't really help off of all the shooters on the perimeter. But then Gooden's just left alone on an island against Rideau, who's got a rhythm into going to the basket and getting fouled.
It's going to be Rideau's 11th and 12th trip to the free throw line this evening. He's done a fantastic job of getting to the charity stripe. He's 8 for 10 from the free throw line tonight. Big pair of free throws coming up here for him.
Yeah, still seems to be wincing a little bit as he's still on the floor, but being the competitor he is, he wants to finish his game. He understands how big this is in the seeding rankings, and he wants to be a part of getting Cheshire over the hump.
Well, he couldn't make the second, and the rebound ends up with the Surrey Scorchers. And how big could that be?
They need to give the ball, put the ball into Paddy Wang's hands to create.
Here's Wang. Chance for Surrey to extend their lead. Oh, it's blocked by Jaguar.
Yeah, a little too soft. You can't go up with Chago right by you that nicely as he brings the ball down. Really nice athletic play.
Oh, he knocks it out of bounds. Here's Paddy Wang the other end. Gooden, step back 3. No good on the triple. It will go back to Cheshire.
Yeah, Surrey's starting to get tight. That they're giving up pretty decent looks. I thought Gooden had a catch and shoot 3. Instead, he pulls up and it becomes more contested. They're second-guessing themselves. I think they need their vet guard in Andrew Lawrence to come in and kind of settle everyone down.
Under 2.5 minutes to go in the 4th quarter. Rye driving inside, puts it up, puts it in. And after trailing by as many as 16 points, the Cheshire Phoenix have retaken the lead.
Aaron Rye's playing chess right now. He has a counter to everything the defense are doing.
Wang looking to respond, finds an open Josh Steele in the corner. 3-pointer, no good. Offensive rebound by Mohammed, and he does well to draw the foul.
Yeah, huge offensive rebound by Mohammed, though, who started off pretty hot in the first half. Obviously had that mid-range a little bit recently, but a little bit more quiet in the second half. Good job of finding ways to impact this game still. He understands Surrey need extra possessions, and with a game this close, you need the chippy ones, you need the free throws. and you need the clock to stop.
Well, Abdul Mohammed, who had a big game last week, 22 points, 8 rebounds against the Caledonia Gladiators. Tonight on 14 points, 5 rebounds. He's certainly the man in form right now for this Surrey Scorchers team. Chance for him to put his side back in front from the free throw line.
Yeah, only averages 7 points a game in this league, but recently he's understanding what the Scorchers need from him for them to be successful, especially going into playoff time.
Second one is good. And Lloyd Gardner's side with a 1-point lead with under 2 minutes to go. Here's Rideau, screen from Chagwa. Nice pick and roll. Chagwa can't finish. And the rebound secured by Steele. Scorchers in transition. Wang can't get it to go. Second chance opportunity, and it's knocked out of play by Rideau.
Another offensive rebound. I think that makes 16 O boards for Surrey today, just keeping them in this game and with the lead.
And there you see the offensive rebound tally between these two teams. And a timeout has been called on the floor. Surrey Scorchers holding on to that 1-point lead. And they've done well to battle this run from Cheshire. I mean, they trailed by as many as 16 points in this game. Now just a 1-point deficit for them. And again, Lloyd Gardner, what will he be saying to the guys in this timeout? Because there's only 90 seconds to go here.
One-on-one matchups, staying in front of your player, especially Rideau, who's come down and got to the line 3-4 times in a row. That's huge. The better you can stay in front of your man, the less everyone else needs to help off of shooters, so that'll be big. On the offensive end, it's that balance of taking the first great shot that you have, but also getting it out of a good executed offense. So he'll be drawing something up specifically for them to try and run on the offensive end, I'm sure. So they have some tempo and some control in this game.
Well, both teams are fighting for those all-important playoff seedings. And a quick reminder, May 19th is the British Basketball League playoff finals at the O2 Arena in London. You can get your tickets right now over on the British Basketball League website.
I'm excited for this playoff final. I have no idea who's going to make it.
I'm excited for the whole playoffs.
I know.
It's going to be incredible. Of course, switching to a 3-game series, and
that's huge, and I think that makes a big difference. That's way more like basketball-like to me, is every game is just win or lose. There's no ties, there's no aggregate. You just have to win.
Ball into Jameson. Big possession here for the Surrey Scorchers. Gooden coming off the screen, guarded by Wright. A tough jumper, can't get it to go, and a rebound falls to LaQuincy Rideau.
Not sure about that shot. Gooden, who hasn't really got it going in the game today. I'm not sure that's the shot you want to take to help extend your lead late in the fourth quarter.
Rideau looking to go one-on-one here. Pulls up for 3. Big 3 for LaQuincy Rideau.
Absolute dog. Like we talked about, not the biggest three-point shooter, but he's knocking him down. He doesn't want to lose this game.
Here comes the 3 in response for Surrey. They can't get it to go. And the long rebound falls to Rideau. And it's going to be a foul called on the floor. And that's going to send LaQuincy Rideau to the free throw line, because Surrey Scorchers are over the limit. They fought back. They trailed by as many as 16. They chipped away at the lead, and then LaQuincy Rideau bang on the money to retake the lead for Cheshire Phoenix with under a minute to play.
He's been huge for Cheshire all year. Big time moments, trophy MVP. He's just ready on the biggest stage.
Knocks down the first. Chance for him to make it a 2-possession game here.
Yeah, he's done a good job from the free throw line, 75% tonight, especially in crunch time in the fourth quarter. And he's only a 56% free throw shooter of the year. So good job by him being able to knock those down.
Well, no mistakes on the second.
Yeah, no commentator curse.
The fans at Ellesmere Port enjoyed that one. And Surrey Scorchers, they have to score on this possession. Steele, deep 3 is short. Rebound for Rideau. And a quick foul by the Surrey Scorchers to send Rideau back to the line.
It's just kind of flipped the momentum, absolutely. Surrey's offense is very much more stagnant now compared to what it was, and Cheshire are just finding mismatches and advantages every time down the floor.
And Coach Lloyd Gardner, you can see just on that last shot, his disappointment there. His side, they led by as many as 16, and now the lead just slipping away from them.
Yeah, that's 12 made free throws for Rideau today. He's lived off the free throw line.
Second free throw to come for LaQuincy Rideau. Knocks down the second, and a timeout's been called on the floor. LaQuincy Rideau has carried his team back to the lead once again in the fourth quarter. The first of two huge games for them this weekend in their race for second place. And Coach Lloyd Gardner back to the drawing board, looking to draw something up here, get a quick score and a quick foul, and hope that Cheshire miss some free throws at the line.
Yeah, he'll probably advance this and take it to 14 seconds on the shot clock and get a half-court possession from the sideline. But when you're the #2 shooting team in the league, there's still plenty of time with 31.8 seconds left. They don't have to force a three. Cheshire will probably be guarding the three-point line really heavily, so I'll be looking at slips, attacking, cuts. The pick and rollers work really well with Harriet Wang coming off of it and making decisions from there. So that's kind of where I'd go for Surrey in this offense, to try and chip away at the end of this game.
Well, just saw on your screen there, LaQuincy Rideau, 32 points, 12 rebounds, and I'm going to ask you, Carla, to start thinking about your player of the game. Still could go either way this game, so have a think about a couple of players for either team. A whole bunch of players it could go to. And if you're watching at home, leave a comment in the comment section. Let us know who you think should be tonight's player of the game. If you're watching on Twitch, YouTube, or TikTok. Gooden to inbound. Big possession for the Surrey Scorchers. Gooden spins, nice pass into Jameson. Gets it to go and count it. And Saquon Jameson will girdle the line for a three-point play.
Nice up and under to finish that play. You see Gooden head up, bounce pass. Jameson does a good job of stepping into the play as the ball moves towards him. I actually thought he was wide open in the initial silent out of bounds after you set a screen. Both defenders went up to the shooter. He could have slipped right to the basket. But eventually they found Jameson and got the and-one play. Hopefully he can bring it down to a one-possession game.
The perfect play out of the timeout from Coach Lloyd Gardner. And now Saquon Jameson, chance to half the lead with the free throw. Oh, he comes up short. And Surrey are going to have to foul here to stop the clock. Wright has it, and they do well to keep the ball away from them to shave precious seconds off the clock. But it will send Aaron Wright back to the free throw line. Chance to shoot 2 shots where he's 83% for the season.
Yeah, that's the one guy you don't really want on the free throw line at the end of the game. Again, though, Saquon Jameson, only a 59% free throw shooter, unable to knock it down when it really mattered. On the other end, Aaron Wright gets his first.
Well, the first is good for Wright. Now 25 points to go along with his 10 rebounds. Knocks down the second as well. It's been a huge game from him and LaQuincy Rideau tonight. Still 20 seconds to go. Wang looking to go coast to coast. They've got to score quick here, and it's stolen away by the Cheshire Phoenix, and Steele commits the quick foul. And you can't help but think that'll do it for the Cheshire Phoenix here.
Yeah, Surrey, a few games this year, it's come down to the last 1, 2, 3 minutes, and they just haven't been able to get over that hump, and that's something they'll need to figure out before going into players, whether that be in the 7th seed or the 8th. They have to find ways to, when they're in close games or up by 16, as we spoke about, how do you keep that margin? How do you play at that rate for 40 minutes?
And they've done it in difficult places to play. I mean, last week against the Caledonia Gladiator, this week away from home against the Cheshire Phoenix, of course, second in the league table. It's certainly a tough place to play for opposing teams.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm surprised Coach Lloyd hasn't gone back to Andrew Lawrence or Teo, a little bit more veteran experience to finish the game.
Well, there's Saquon Jameson on the follow. Makes it a 5-point game with under 6 seconds to play. And they're going to get it in quickly here, the Cheshire Phoenix. Ball into Rideau, looking for a foul. Oh, it's stolen back by the Surrey Scorchers, but that will do it. The Cheshire Phoenix, the perfect start to the big doubleheader weekend for them. They trailed by as many as 16 points, but take a 5-point win over the Surrey Scorchers.
Yeah, and let's just talk about our player of the game. Special shout out to Aaron Rye, who does it all every game. 26 points, double-double, 10 rebounds, 5 assists. But tonight, I think the big dog for Cheshire was the Quincy Rideau. Coming in and out on that bike, we weren't sure how much we were going to see him, but he came out and he when it mattered, he scored. 5 for 7 from the 3, and a lot of those threes came in crunch time. 32 points. 9 defensive rebounds, 3 offensive rebounds. That's a double-double himself with 12 rebounds, 2 assists, 7 turnovers. But it doesn't. A lot of them came in the first half, and he really put his team on the back. And what great highlights to watch at the end of the game.
He did it from 3, he did it from 2, and he did excellently well to get to the free throw line down the stretch when it mattered most as well.
That was huge, and he knocked those free throws down at the end of the stretch. But one thing we have to talk about is defensively how much he impacted the game too. We saw Cheshire a completely different team when Rideau was on that bike, and they were lucky that he was able to come back and impact the way they did. But I guess a little scrappy here. Still talking after the game, but Cheshire need to find ways to not get down so far and to be able to play a whole game with a team that are playing better.
And from a Surrey Scorchers point of view, it's defeat on the road here tonight, but still very much in it in that race for a 7th place finish.
Oh, absolutely in it, and Surrey know they're in it, and this is a game they'll learn from and move forward from, as they've done all season long. They're getting prepared for a big playoff stint, and they have to be ready for it, which they will be with Coach Lloyd as their leader.
Well, it is all smiles for the Cheshire Phoenix as they pick up the win here at home. Here's a look at the final numbers from tonight's game, and we spoke about, two of the best 3-point shooting teams in the league this season, both ending up around their average in the end.
Yeah, they were. It balanced out nicely towards the end of the game, but as you see, Cheshire efficient as always from the 2. Even though they struggled early on from the 3, they found ways, especially late, getting the ball in the paint, and the likes of Aaron Rye and obviously Quincy Rideau. But a lot of players did a good job of finishing around the rim when it was needed.
Well, it is a big win for Cheshire Phoenix as they come back against the Surrey Scorchers at home. Here's a look at all of the games over the course of this weekend. Of course, 3 games now have officially taken place. It's a big triple header tomorrow as Cheshire travel up to Caledonia Gladiators for a huge game at 4:30 p.m. Flyers take on London Lions at 3, and Manchester Giants host the Sheffield Sharks at 6 p.m. You can watch every game live on YouTube this season. Here's a look at what tonight's win for Cheshire Phoenix does to the league standings. They pick up their 21st league win of the season, going into a tasty matchup against Caledonia Gladiators tomorrow. Meanwhile, for Surrey, they are still 1 win behind the Bristol Flyers in 8th place in the standings. Well, Kyla, final thoughts from yourself. It was a back-and-forth game, but Surrey just unable to get it done on the road down the stretch. Yeah,
they weren't, and Cheshire just showed their value and their skill and their talent level to be able to come back from a 16-point deficit. I think for them it's huge of not having to come back from deficits, being able to put your stamp on the game early with the talent that they have and the 3-point shooting that they have around that team. Surrey, they're right there. It's just about, at the end of the game, can they execute what they want? Are they getting the looks that they want, or are they being rushed? So I think as we go towards the end of this regular season, there's all to play for, as we spoke about.
Yeah, certainly all to play for as the race for playoff seedings heats up in the British Basketball League. Well, that's going to do it for our coverage here in the British Basketball League on Saturday evening. Thanks for joining us from home. For Kyla Nelson, I'm Joel Osborne saying so long, and we'll see you next time.